Welcome back. This is Watertown365. We have news about a volunteer walk to fight suicide, about the Carthage Area Hospital, who is hiring, and how the CDC is recommending masks in central New York for the first time in months due to a rise in COVID-19 levels. So let's buckle up. Let's talk about all these different things, starting with the volunteers walking to fight suicide. We'll bring it up onto the screen. So volunteers from Jefferson and Lewis Counties in New York are joining the 250,000 people who are walking across towns across the United States to draw attention and fight for suicide prevention. So the one near here will be held on Sunday, October 9th at Thompson Park. It will begin at 12:15 p.m. with registration beginning at 11 a.m. So if you want to be a part of this, you go to afsp.org/Jefferson Lewis to register to find out more about this. Now, suicide touches 1 in 5 American families, and they hope that by walking, they will draw attention to this issue and keep other families from experiencing a suicide loss. The ultimate goal is to save lives and bring hope to those affected by suicide. Now, these walks are expected to unite more than 300,000 walkers and raise millions for suicide prevention efforts. To give you an idea, last year, these walks raised $21 million for suicide prevention, and this supports the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention's education and support programs, and its bold goal, are you ready for this, is to reduce the annual U.S. suicide rate by 20% by the year 2025. 20% reduction. So there are local sponsors such as the Renzi Food Service Charitable Foundation, Tunes 92.5 and 104.5, Children's Home of Jefferson County, CHJC, and Pivot. So once again, the website for that is afsp.org/Jefferson Lewis. They have raised 11,000 out of their goal of 20,000. So you can go here, you can click on the donate button, and here is where you can search for like a friend of yours who's doing the walk, or if you're doing the walk, you can direct people to this page here, right, where you can just go to afsp.org, you click on donate, and if it will allow us to, I guess you have to know the name of the person who's doing it, right? And so if you know the name of the person that you want to donate to, like if there was like I don't know, John something. There we go. So like say you wanted to donate to Krista John, you can see how much that individual person raised. You can click on donate now and kind of choose your amount, choose your way to pay, show your name. And so if we clicked over to one of the, so if we click onto this person's team, for example, they've raised $720 out of 1,000, and yeah, so that's how you can see the badges and your impact and all the above. So here's examples of how every dollar counts. $500 trains a new survivor of suicide loss support group facilitator. $1,000 provides funds for youth suicide prevention outreach and programming, and even something as simple as $50 provides AFSP suicide prevention educational materials to 25 people. So that's a noble cause, and that's what is happening as far as that if you've been hearing about it, or you will hear about it, or you know someone who's in it, you want to participate, afsp.org/Jefferson Lewis. Now, the Watertown Christmas Parade and tree lighting ceremony will be December 2nd. It will be here before you know it. It's already October, just less than 2 months away. They will be holding the annual Christmas Parade and tree lighting for the city of Watertown Friday, December 2nd, 2022, beginning at 6 o'clock p.m. Now, the holiday festivities will begin with Mayor Smith and members of the City Council officially kicking off the holiday season with a countdown to to light the city's Christmas tree in front of City Hall. Then after the tree lighting, the annual Christmas parade will travel a new route this year. So are you ready for this? We'll bring it up on the screen, that way we can follow along. The new route will be along Washington Street from Winslow Street to Stone Street, and then viewers will be able to enjoy the parade from both sides of Washington Street along the route. Registration for parade participation is now open. It can be found on the city's website. And it's a big, long Google form. So maybe they need to make that a little more accessible. But if you can find this form here, then you can see the information where you can put in your group name, contact phone number, description of your floats. Plane vehicles are not allowed. Floats towed behind vehicles are preferred. And you understand and agree to not throw candy from your unit during the course of the parade. That's one of those, you wonder what the heck happened for them to create a rule like that, one of those funny signs. So apparently something happened in past years about throwing candy from the floats of the parade. Maybe it hit someone in the eye, who knows, but you have to promise to not throw candy when you participate in this float here. So that is going to happen sooner than you expect. That will be December 2nd, just less than 2 months away as far as getting this Christmas parade figured out. So next, let's talk about how the Carthage Hospital will host a healthcare job fair at the workplace in Watertown, October 12th. And so job fairs are great because whenever someone says, I'm unhappy with my job, with my career, nobody's hiring, well, they're hiring at the job fair. And many times they will hire you on the spot. And the only way to know is to actually put yourself out there and see, and even just see what's available, right? And have some conversations, get some cards, drop off some resumes, have some conversations. You can apply on site for an LPN, licensed practical nurse, for an RN, registered nurse, ultrasound tech, home health aide, medical technologist, and this entire list here is at carthagehospital.com/employment. So we say carthagehospital.com/employment, and it's up to you to look up what these professions are, but you always hear about how some of these types of medical jobs only require you to take a test, get a certificate, take a class or two, and then now you can get a pay raise doing something that is helping other people and changing lives. So carthagehospital.com/employment, there is a list there as far as the location and the jobs that they have. But the timely news here is what's located at carthagehospital.com/fall 2022 job fair. And when you go here, you can see that poster that we just looked at and see that this will be on Wednesday, October 12th at the workplace on 1000 Coffeen Street from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Applicants can apply directly on site. They are hoping to reach out to local applicants and fill many necessary positions. We're talking about just all these lists of things like home health aides, HHAs, medical imaging technologists, and so on. So that's good for you to know if you or someone you know is looking for better career opportunities. Now let's talk about some scary stuff, right? Let's talk about that coronavirus. Seems to never go away, and what you do with your own life is up to you, but it's good to be informed, right? It's good to know what people are saying. So the CDC is not requiring, but recommending that we wear masks in central New York again as COVID levels rise. They published a new September 29th, 2022 map. So the green is good, green is low, medium is yellow, and high is orange. So if you recognize your exact area in here, then that is good for you to know. And so there are 9 counties with high COVID levels where masks are recommended. These are in Albany County, Columbia, Fulton, Jefferson, Montgomery, Onondaga, Orange, Oswego, and Rensselaer County. All 62 of New York's counties were considered low risk for most of the summer, but now only a dozen are in the green. More than 40 counties are currently at medium risk, according to the CDC. Now, masks are recommended, but not mandated in indoor areas with high COVID community levels. COVID hospitalizations, hospital capacity, and new COVID cases are the three factors. So it's not just made up. They're just doing this based on data, on how many tests are positive, on the large population. And so they just recommend that if you're in one of those counties that we listed, that you wear a mask indoors and especially in the crowded areas. COVID community levels were low enough at the beginning of March that masks were not recommended in any county in New York State, but cases and hospitalizations increased in Syracuse and the surrounding area during the spring due to the rise of the highly contagious BA2 Omicron variants. And because life is never easy and things never quite go away, the latest strain to be concerned about is Omicron BA2.12 and the related BA2.12.1. Those are spreading rapidly through the Northeast in April and May. Now, New York State ended its COVID state of emergency earlier this month and dropped its mask requirements on public transportation. But face coverings are still required in healthcare settings, including hospitals and nursing homes. Now that we have all the news out of the way, let's talk about two local businesses in the area. One is Beiring Jiu-Jitsu, and I never quite know how to spell it correctly or how to find the website. So maybe if you're like me, just search Beiring Jiu-Jitsu Watertown. And the website is Beiring Jiu-Jitsu NY. Beiring Jiu-Jitsu New York strives to create a friendly and safe environment where people of all backgrounds can come together to train, learn, and grow. They attract students who are humble and kind and who show respect for the class, the art, and for each other. Bullies and show-offs soon find Beiring Jiu-Jitsu is not for them. This is because Beiring Jiu-Jitsu prefers to maintain an atmosphere rather than an egosphere. Beiring Jiu-Jitsu is more than just teammates and training partners. They are family on and off the mat. Come see what Jiu-Jitsu has to offer you. They are located on Route 342 in Evans Mills, but the easiest way to find the address, to find the phone number, to find the email is beiringjujitsuny.com. You can find the new student special, class schedule, programs, photos, and so much more. And then, since we're getting into the exciting local businesses, the action-packed edge of your seat, let's talk about McAvoyInsurance.com. McAvoy has served Jefferson County for more than 50 years. They are a local, family-owned insurance broker that can cover all of your home, auto, and business needs. As an independent insurance, McAvoy can shop the best coverage for the best price to meet your specific needs. They're located at 1613 State Street, but if you're like me, can't remember addresses, or you're like, wait, what's the 6 and the 3? Just go to McAvoyInsurance.com and you can find their email, find their phone number, and find their address, as well as to meet the team and do your due diligence and figure out about their renter's insurance, motorcycle insurance, auto insurance, and so much more. They have temporarily closed their doors to foot traffic, so they recommend and suggest that you make a phone call or send an email. That way you can figure out ahead of time and remotely what can be done. And so that is time for us to wrap things up. We want you to go to Watertown365.com, because what's the point of just getting little tidbits of news when you can participate in what's happening? Watertown365, where you can find out that free life jackets are loans to anyone in need. Cat sneaks into school to get his class photo taken. So some of these are local stories and some are kind of like national or international. There is an electric sea glider vehicle ready for a test. There's a galaxy twinkling with the universe's oldest stars. There is a monkeypox vaccine clinic that will be held on Watertown on Friday and next Thursday. And how Credo has broken ground for the new outpatient care center in Watertown. And check this out, Watertown pool attendance increased by 8,000 people this summer. So that's where you can get some interesting news. And then as far as getting your fix as far as the social interaction and joining the conversation, facebook.com/Watertown365, and we can see about these news stories. And you know what? If you can go here to this page and post some interesting comments, and I happen to see them when we're scrolling through, we'll read the comments on the air. I can't believe no one commented about the kitty cats. And so yeah, if you want your name to be seen and you want your words to be read on air, then it's up to you to, we get likes and things like that, but the comments are what we're more making a push we're looking for. So make sure to leave yourself a comment if any of these news stories interest you. And we're trying to find, there's lots of likes and reactions and things like that, but as far as the comments, we want to hear from you, and we want to see what you have to say. Yeah, I'm scrolling and scrolling. We do have likes, but just as far as the comments, we want more of that. So, I guess we'll wrap up. And so you see how I'm just scrolling and scrolling. Here we go. So Carol Weeks was outraged that firefighters arrived 4 hours after a 911 call, and there must be an election coming up when since there's funding for an airport. So this is your chance to be heard and voice your opinions. Facebook.com/Watertown365 and Watertown365.com. We will see you there. We will see you next time, and make sure to stay safe and have fun, and catch you later for more local Watertown, Central New York news. Bye for now.